United up ahead by just one spot.
I think that sums up his afternoon. He has been quiet the whole of the afternoon. I'm missing a penalty. It's more or less devastating for him. But nice one, the nice save there by Gene Fowler, experienced keeper.
It's a poor penalty, to be honest. Very poor, and Adewale Sisi, of course, has been denied from the spot. Up next, Akwa United will look to go ahead in this encounter. They're up against Dakkada FC, and it is one of the best players of the season so far, James Ajako, who steps up to try and beat Loveday Anugbo. Don't forget, Dakkada FC have missed the first spot kick. They can go behind if Akwa United scored this one. James Ajako stands on this one, composed as you like. Can he get the first one for Akwa United? It's in the back of the net. And for a defender who has scored 2 goals so far in the MPFL season, that looks like business as usual. James Ajako draws first blood for Akwa United. We've not seen goals in the 90 minutes of the encounter so far, but on penalty spot kick duties, the Akwa United looking happy. The smiles there from the Orange boys, the promise keepers, making it look as if they're sure this is going in their favor already.
Their confidence, I said, confidence from coming, stepping and taking that one quickly. Always being the first taker can be very tasking, but he did so well to convert that one in and give Akwa United the lead. So it is now pressure on Dakkada FC to make sure that they make sure all their spot kicks goes the right way.
They need assurance that that goal, the one that will be scored right now, will be going into the back of the net, and that is why they have called the man up, Ifeanyi Assurance, to try and salvage something for them in this FA Cup tie. This is the second spot kick for the Dakkada FC. Ifeanyi Assurance up against Jean Efala, the Nigerian, against the Cameroonian, and he sends it into the back of the net. And for a player who has scored 2 goals for the Dakkada FC this season in the MPFL, Ifeanyi Assurance certainly giving the chosen ones the assurance that they still have something to talk about here in the FA Cup. Efala beaten for the first time this evening in the back of his net. It is 1-1 here, but Akwa United have themselves a chance to make it 2-1.
I think that is spirit lifting, for Dakkada, after missing the very first spot kick, which they should have done better. But yes, it's now in the past now. We can only move ahead. And let's see whether Akwa United, can make this one count too.
Etim Matthew brought onto the pitch, of course, certainly for his penalty duties. Jersey number 20. He's been here before. He played last season's final. He's up against Loveday Anugbo. Can he put this in the back of the net for Akwa United? And he certainly does. And this man is supposed to be the captain, but he did not put on the armband. Etim Matthew puts Akwa United up by 2-1. Certainly experience counts for something in this competition.
Yeah, cheers from the fans there. I think he's always loved by the home fans, and you could see talking that one in there, and cheers from fans and players alike. He's one person loved by his teammates, and I think that's another edge that Akwa United has over Dakkada so far this evening. And hopefully the next person taking the spot kick here, the substitute here,
Udosin,
Mekut Udosin, can make this one count too for Dakkada FC.
Mekut means I've seen. Can he see the goal? Can he see the chance for Akwa United?
A few seconds, let's see what he can see.
Mekut Udosin up against Efala. Udosin scored! He scored. His shot was very, very vicious. It went into the side netting. It looked as if it was going out. The Dakkada FC fans were shocked for a second, but of course, Adewale Sisi will have to live with the guilt if the Dakkada FC score all their penalties except him. It is 3-2. Well, it is 2-2 for the Dakkada FC, but advantage Akwa United. The third spot kick, if they convert this, they go 3-2 up.
It takes a whole lot to beat John Fowler, and being able to beat him is one big thing. He has this hulking figure which he imposes on opponents, and a good one from there that he actually scored that one.
Jersey number 4 for Akwa United, Osimaga Duke, the midfield captain we talked about, up against Anugbo, and he sends it into the side netting as well. It's a celebration. It's an unbelievable celebration. He just paused there for a second, made it look as if he knew nothing about what he just did.
Did it just say side netting? That ball actually went in. It sunk into
the net. No, it's the side netting instead of the back of the net.
Yeah, and you could see him copying. He's on his ears to ask the fans, have you heard that?
For a second, I thought the referee did not let that happen, that the referee was going to say he should take that. But the Akwa United players having fun here themselves. It's looking as if it's not a derby anymore because, of course, they are up by a goal in this fixture on the penalty shootout. It's 3-2 now. The Dakkada FC with the next opportunity. Ogundere Rice.
Yeah, top corner.
Wow.
Beautiful there.
And for a defender, the ball certainly rose onto that area of the penalty box into the back of the net. Ogundere Rice has been certainly very solid in the game so far, keeping the likes of Uche Collins, Moses Chichare Effiong, and Cyril Lisema off the goal scoring chance for Akwa United. And now he puts one in the back of the net himself for Dakkada FC. It is 3-3, but it could be 4-3 anytime soon.
Top corner he scored. I think those are the spots to always pick out when placing penalties, and the keeper has barely get to that point. A good penalty from a defender, and hopefully he would have something to smell at the end of the day.
I would give Taye Muritala a 7.9 rating in this game if I have the opportunity to. He's been so solid forward, but can he make that count? Taye Muritala up against Lovia Nugbo, and he's made that count certainly. For a defender, going up. It's been certainly cutting edge here in this spot kick so far. Love Day Enugo has not been able to keep a single ball out of the back of the net. And you just know that if the Dakkada FC miss the next one, it's game over.
I think that's the most saddest thing that you can ever imagine as a player. Missing a spot kick and going back home. Defeats are not taken sometimes lightly. Defeats, are being the last opponent in the last final here, where they lost to them, and also losing here again can darken an entire season, and they're not having the best so far. So we're not going past this stage. Can spell doom for them.
Well, they say time comes at you so fast. The MPFL might resume 14 days from now, but the man in jersey number 14 has the opportunity for Dakkada FC. Basi steps up against the Fala and scores and keep the ties alive. He keeps the tie alive for Dakkada FC. And just one more. It's given to the man, Moses Achare Effiong, the former Dakkada FC player, with the chance to give a knockout punch to his former side. He steps up for the last spot kick and what might potentially be the last kick of action in the entire fixture of the semi-finals of the FA Cup here in Akwa Ibom State. Dakkada FC up against Akwa United, broadcasted here on SME TV, of course by SMEsportz. This might just be the last piece of action we're getting to see.
And also it's also shown live on ABN on channel 140 in Star Times. The official broadcasters here on ABN TV channel 140 on Star Times. That's where the match is actually shown live.
Moses to lead the Promise Keepers to the promised land. Moses Effiong up against Love Day Nugbo. Moses, this has to be spine twingling. Moses Effiong is at nothing to score this season so far. This one could take Akwa United to the next round. Moses Effiong steps up and scores and takes the Promise Keepers to the next round. Akwa United made the promise of going to the 15th consecutive FA Cup final, and they have made it happen. They are in the final. It is 4-5 on penalty shootout. It ended